Okay, welcome to a post-shift shot. I'm Shawn Soole, of course, your host. I wanted to give you a story about resilience and what's it called? Resilience and adversity. Now, whether or not this story is true, I think it'll resonate with a lot of people when it comes to your upbringing, what happened. The last episode, I told you how I sort of came up in my upbringing and childhood, and so this is a story about twin boys. So they were both born to a family. The mother was a drug addict. Father was out of the picture. There's multiple different fathers in the picture. They had multiple kids, so 6 or 7 kids. At 15, the household was really bad. Like drugs all in the house, people ODing on a regular basis. Just a really bad situation. And so the twins basically got kicked out of home. They got kicked out of home by their mother. They're like, you're old enough now, go fend for yourself. Many years later, the mother has OD'd and the sister goes to find the twins. Or one of the sisters goes to find the twins to let them know that mama's OD'd and is gone. And so she goes looking, obviously in the usual haunts, homeless shelters, that sort of thing, and finds one of the brothers under a bridge. He's a drug addict now. Unfortunately, he's homeless, that sort of thing. She's like, well, so what happened? And he's like, well, look what we brought up, sis. Like, what did you expect to happen? Like, look at what we came from. What did you expect was going to happen? And she was like, okay, well, let her know. Like, got connected back with the brother and obviously wanted to help. She's like, do you know where your brother is? And he's like, last time I heard, he's up at the hospital. He's up at such and such hospital. And she's like, oh no, shit, what's going on? And rushes over to the hospital and goes to the front counter. And is like, oh, do you have a such and such here? And the nurse is like, yes, let me just page him. And she's like, okay. She pages him. He ends up being the head of pediatrics. And he comes down and she goes, well, how did this happen? And he's like, well, sister, like, look at where we came from. Look at how we were brought up. What else? How else would you think was going to happen? And so I think the moral of the story is, regardless of your upbringing, regardless of your background, it does influence your path and your trajectory in life 100%. It doesn't need control. Influence and control are two very, very different things. You know, you can make decisions in your life that can be influenced by your past, and hell, I still make decisions based on my past with the way I was brought up, and maybe not in the negative psychologically way, like my work-life balance and having to be working all the time and so on and so forth. So I suppose adversity and resilience are two very, very big, important life lessons, and depending on how you let things that have happened in your past affect your future, can definitely be big drivers in what decisions you make in life. So I know that was a little bit of a heavy one, but I've had this story in my head for a very long time. I've told it multiple times about just because where you came from doesn't define where you're going, I suppose, is the final thing. So it's a very dark and like deep post-shift shot from me because I'm not usually that deep, but adversity and resilience are very big influences on life, and they can influence your life, but they shouldn't control you. So on that note, post-shift shot. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.